snake for a necktie. A brand new house on the roadside, and it's made out of rattlesnake hide. Got a brand new chin that baby put on top, and it's made out of human skull. Come on, take a little walk with me, baby, and tell me who do you love? Who do you love? Now around the town, they use a rattlesnake whip. Take it, baby, don't you give me no lip. Who do you love? Who do you love? I got a tombstone and a graveyard mine. I'm just 22 and I don't mind dying. Who do you love? Yeah, who do you love? Oh, who do you love? Took her man by my hand. She said, Lonesome George, you don't understand. The night was dark and the sky was blue. Down the alleyway I swag and flew. Hit off bump and somebody scream. You should have heard just what I seen. Who do you love? Who do you love? Yeah, who do you love? Oh, who do you love? Graveyard man. Just 22, baby, I don't mind dying. Snakeskin shoes, baby, put them on your feet. Got the good time music with the boogie and the beat. Yeah, who do you love? Who do you love? I walk 47 miles of barbed wire. I got a cobra snake for a necktie. Brand new house out on the roadside, and it's made out of rattlesnake hide. Got a brand new chin, the mama bit on top, and it's made out of human skull. Come on, take a little walk with me, child. Tell me who do you love? Yeah, who do you love? Who do you love?
Smashing your communist reality with the mindset of freedom. It's Post Politics, Wednesday night, JREV Radio, Raz Radio Live, Salty Talk Radio, Radio Chaos, and IPMNation.com. Plus our most excellent YouTube channel.
Most excellent. And hey, I'm not real big on being pushy about pushing the I mean, I'm pushy, all right, but I'm not pushy about the YouTube channel. I've been kind of just letting it go. But listen, if you listen to this show and you don't share it on your Facebook or your social media or on your Twitter, I would just like to say that you're an asshole, my friend.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah, no, and that's not, Trip doesn't necessarily endorse what I just said, but
I just promote the channel. Like, I'm not just saying like I've been trying to let it go. I haven't really said much about it, but if you're not sharing it, fuck you. Like, we don't even want you around.
No, I didn't say I don't want you around. I do want you around, but I want you on fucking. I want you on YouTube, you fucking asshole. Yeah, there you go. That was more cordial, right?
A little bit, yeah. It is the most easiest way to catch our most excellent replays, and
it is. And honestly, here's my main motivation behind that is that I like arguing, and YouTube is a very, very good place to get into. I like it when
Twitter. Yeah, next to Twitter, it's the
next to Twitter. But I mean, like, as far as what we're doing, like, and the show personally, it's more of we can get in debates on the show, through YouTube a lot easier than we can on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, hey, actually, if there's people that you fucking don't personally like or that you don't personally agree with, and you think that there's people that could fucking flatten their whole fucking stupid theory, I promise you I can. And if I don't, I will bow out on it. Like, I don't think Tripp's as cocky as me as far as
aggression will not stand, man.
As far as the debating goes. I just don't think he's. Not that he's not as good at it. I mean, I don't think that he's as confident.
Active. No. I think I'm just not as active anymore. I used to be very confident, but I'm also going like, I look at some of this shit and it's like, am I going to debate everybody on this thread? Is this going to tie my?
Well, no, and see, that's my thing is that I don't like debating on Twitter and all that shit anymore. I would rather debate with somebody that I'm talking to.
Oh, sure.
And that's why I would rather them call on the show. You've
always promoted that. I mean,
absolutely.
If you got a beef, we'll give you the number. No problem.
Oh, yeah, dude. If you got a beef, I will fucking cook that shit and serve it to you. I promise.
I'll make cowboy beans out of that shit, dog.
Dude. I don't give a fuck if it's buffalo meat, dude. I will serve that shit to you freshly cooked.
You don't even have to add the pound of bacon. It provides for you, sirs. Madam.
Hey, I know you don't have it already. I know you don't already have it run up, but for first break, I have a special request for one of the songs.
See, man, I already fucking pulled everything. But
I know you did, but you could do me one favor.
I can do you a solid, son, but I hope it's a time-sensitive fucking jam. But
no, it's a Biggie song, so it'll be short, right?
But it's running for tonight, by the way. I almost pulled running.
Oh, you should have. But I would say I want to hear
to the game, got an ounce and fucking blew up.
Oh, dude, yes. yeah.
Anyway,
Chopper goes overnight. The nigga Biggie Smalls trying to turn into the Black Frank White.
Yeah.
Show you the toes, you know they got stepped on. A fist full of bullets, a chest full of Teflon. Yeah.
I'm having a little hard time breathing in the studio.
Dude, I loved this shit where he was like, run from the cops. Picture that, nigga. I'm too fat. I fuck around and get an asthma attack.
I'll fuck around and catch an asthma attack.
Yeah.
You need a less insulated studio. Get some fans up in here, baby.
Nah,
you like my Biggie?
Yeah, I like your Biggie.
That's an character.
It was like a semi-retarded Biggie, but I'll give it to you.
But that's what I mean. You have to over accentuate in order to do an impression. You have to over accentuate.
Would you not say that Biggie is possibly the most ugliest motherfucking pimp in the world?
Side-eyed fucking
dude, crooked-eyed, fucking 800 pounds, fucking. You know he had like man boobs galore, dude, and just bitches just rubbing all over him.
I don't even want to hear about that. It's just negative energy, like my man Puff say.
Yeah, dude. No, I want to hear. Yeah, no.
Like
Puff.
I just do out of Biggie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, guy. All right. fuck. I just want to do out of breath Biggie. That's what I really want to work on. My next character is just out of breath Biggie. It's like, yo,
Listen,
Puff, you need some more fans up in the studio.
I just walked half a flight of stairs, Biggie. I just walked half a flight of stairs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. How can you expect me to perform in these conditions?
That's how like Puff like pushed him to the limit. Was like, I want you to do a verse as soon as you walk in the studio after walking this stairs.
He's like, he was like, hey, listen, Biggie, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with 1 flight of stairs. We're gonna go to 2 flight of stairs, but I want you to know the sky is the limit.
That sounds like some shit Puff would say for real. Anyway, all right, I gotta know this so I can at least pull it up and we can move on, hit the intro, and get on with it. But
I want to hear "Dead Wrong."
Okay, I'll pull it up.
All right, deal.
So what's up? We got all right. Just a quick rundown while I pull that up. What's the name of that song again?
Dead Wrong by Biggie.
I got you. Okay, Dead Wrong. But they, I don't know. Fucking people are freaking out over this Iran deal. Just for news drops. Just I don't know what we'll get into as far as conversation. You and I want to talk economics a little bit. I don't feel like that's just economic culture in and of itself. We allude to it as it pertains to our conversation, but we haven't had like a really good breakdown of, you know, the this, that, and the others of the economic culture of the time being. And I don't know. I thought a lot about that. I heard some stuff today, and that got my wheels turning on that, and I went way back into the past and sort of applied a lot of that shit to different parts of my life. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to get into that a little bit. Fucking, I talked to my dad tonight. I don't even know. If we want to go there or not.
Well,
but
I don't know if you're paying attention to the I don't know if you're paying attention to the chat in YouTube, but I am right now. And so we got Matthew Vance right now just chimed in, and he was saying that he was a first time listener, and his girl loves you. Not you, but us.
Oh, she loves. Yeah. It's just negative energy, like my man Puff say all the time.
Yeah.
You got baby.
We gotta start like, dude. We need a hype man, dude. We need a hype man, not like Dennis hype man, where he just comes on and tells us how awesome we are.
Yeah, I need people pumping our egos up is what you really mean.
I mean like a dude that, like, when I say something, I need him to like completely for no reason be like, yeah, nigga, that's what he's talking about. You know what I mean? I need that guy.
That's why we got sound drop. All right, so, guys. Hey, listen,
Matthew Vance, real quick, dude. Hey, shout out to your girl for referring the show.
Yeah, much love.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, much love. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got a shit ton more of where that came from. So stay tuned, everybody. We've been doing a lot of philosophizing, if you will, on the show tonight.
I don't know if we'll be able to stop.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yes.
I don't know. I kind of want to have some fun tonight and just, touch and go, but keep bits rolling for as long as we can, things like that. That's another aspect of us trying out this new platform that I would like us to get into more, is just rolling with bits and feeding each other for stuff like that. So what you really hear, people, if you enjoy the show, great. But me and Zach, as long as we've been doing this, we're still like experimenting on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're the biohackers of the fucking broadcast world. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure. So okay, now we got another guy in chat, and his name is Jonathan McClee, and he is saying, "I wonder if Trip and Zach can figure out who I am."
I don't even want to know. Look, I'm trying to do a radio show, guy. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the audience, dude. Don't you neglect them.
No, I'm not neglecting anybody, but listen, Dark Man, we've got fucking something to do here while you're fucking commenting on I'm the Mad Crusader.
Listen,
like this.
Just so y'all don't know, just for the new guys that are here, fucking Zach's the chaos and Trip is the glue that holds us together. That's how it works.
That's not necessarily entirely true. We'll let
until Trip goes on a rant.
Oh, okay. All right. We gotta fight before we even fucking start the fucking show. But all right. We're hitting the intro. Fucking 18 minutes late. No worries, bubbles, no troubles, and
it's
we'll
our
get in.
Fucking show. We do what we do.
Yeah, we do what we want. We'll hit the intro 18 minutes late. Nobody gives a fuck. Whatever. We'll be back in 2.
And the sad part is that most people seem to have been indoctrinated to believe that bullshit only comes from certain places, certain sources. Advertising, politics, salesmen, not true. Bullshit is everywhere.
The NWO Fighter, the show that gets America its balls back.
And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, by all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
I don't want to put a violent connotation on it, but this is a war zone. I'm talking about my life and yours.
If you're not on some government list by now, you're doing something wrong.
After 8 years of lies and hypocrisy, people love this guy. Leads me to a very disturbing question. How far up your ass does this guy's dick have to be before you realize he's fucking you?
It's good for kids, too.
I mean, you're born absolutely free except for laws of nature. If you drink, you get drunk. That's a law. If you get old, you die. That's a law, too. If you sit on a tack, you will bleed from the ass. These are the only laws that you're born with, and any government just fucks you out of that type of freedom.
If you're not involved by now, you are just as much at fault as our oppressors.
I was terrified when my doctor told me that I had a unique and interesting personality trait.
It's post-politics with Trip here.
All right. Woo! You know what time it is. We're back at it. It's Wednesday night. Post-politics. Busting back at you.
Zach's coming in way late. Zach's coming in way late with all of the every time we return back from break, I'm like way late.
Still, dude, I was about to say, turn that light back on because you really look like that fucking demon in The Exorcist when they did the flashes when you could barely see his face. You know, it's all painted up.
Fucking sick, dude. I mean, actually, I might turn this shit off because you said it.
Right. Okay.
Don't fucking tempt me with a good time.
Right. All right. Don't do this. Why you do this to me, Damie? Can you
why?
Damie, why you do this to me, Damie?
Dude, I gotta say, man, not to go into a B movie fucking rant here, but
dude, that's where the best bits lie, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like, so okay, so if we're just talking like, and I'm talking like semi-modern B movies, right? Like, we can make a couple references to like old school B movies, but even by B movie, I mean like a movie that never really took off as well. All right, like, so we're gonna broaden the genre just a little bit, right?
Like Legend of Billie Jean or like Creep.
Like Creep.
I heard an interview with those brothers today. The guy that is the Creep guy, him and his brother. I didn't even know him and his brother do like what the fuck? They've done so much stuff. If you look them up, but man, I gotta look them up now. They're two brothers that they do like what they want to, like they go off acting and different stuff or whatever. But they're like the Coen, the Duplass brothers.
I don't know that I've ever heard of them.
Tuplass is the last name, and one of them is the guy that plays the main character in Creep.
You know, I gotta fucking wonder, why do we have 2 watching now, but yet I know that I'm on the channel.
I don't know, dude.
And fucking there's at least 3 people talking in chat. So I find that fucking awkward. I just wondering if you knew how,
That's none of my concern.
Yeah, fuck them.
We're good.
Not you guys over there.
Oh no,
we meant
like,
fuck you
that
too.
That shit doesn't always in live time. It's not always accurately. Whatever's.
Well, and that's why you're the host and I'm just the small man on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, you're a good guy. But they did.
I'm a damn good guy. I was just saying that's how
right.
it works.
I figured you're for a piece of shit the whole time.
Yeah, no, I'm a piece of shit, but I'm a good guy.
Thanks for clarifying. But they did Wild Wild Country has been their latest thing, and they're coming out with a book. If you don't know, Wild Wild Country is a thing on it's like a documentary series on Netflix about like this cult that fucking like took over this town and I don't know, the Northwest somewhere, I think. I don't know, it was Oregon or Idaho, somewhere up around there. Or Utah maybe, I don't know. I wasn't sure. But they did like this whole documentary on these people, and what they did, they did it legally better than anybody else. And I just found it for we all know David Koresh and the Davidians and other cults, the Jim Jones shit. They went and took off to another country or whatever. But what these people started to do, and they're totally crazy and egomaniacs and the whole thing, but they started buying up land in the town and basically and opened up businesses. Like they did it the way like a
how dare those sons of bitches.
Well, don't get me wrong. They were fucking nuts, and it was like a sex cult type of deal. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Sounds like the best kind of cult, really.
I don't know. It's a lot better organized than a lot of the other shit that we've talked about. But those people, like, they did it all like these hill jacks that have lived there since 1784.
Dude, you know what, man? Until I heard it from you, I had never heard the term hilljack. So
it's a term, sir.
I believe it. Bro, I would never think you would lie to me.
I wouldn't.
I know. That's why that's why we're still friends.
So you have no frame of reference here, Donnie.
But
I kind of got a frame of reference.
But so like I said, that's the interesting like economic implication. They were just like, fuck you guys, we're taking over this town basically. And like all the locals hated them and all this stuff, but they started buying up land all over the place, and they started opening up businesses in town, and they worked there, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. And they essentially like took over this town, like in spirit, economically, in land ownership, etc. Got people got elected to the whatever city hall and all that shit.
Yeah,
that were in this fucking cult. But it's a really good documentary. If you guys want to check it out on Netflix, I won't delve too much into it. But yeah,
I've
definitely.
I've been watching documents unclosed, fucking secret government files on aliens for the past fucking 3 weeks. So
you got to get off of that shit a little bit, dude.
No, but I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's good for people like me because I don't believe any of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Well, I'll say there's sections of it that I believe, right? Like, I don't believe that there was a fucking. I don't believe that an airline crashed and it was really swamp grass. That's a little fucking much.
It would be even crazier if it was swamp glass. I got to be honest.
Yeah, swamp glass. No, I mean, I feel like the meth epidemic would have started a lot earlier, right?
Right. Yo,
you guys had this fucking swamp glass?
Right.
And then the blue shit they provided. The blue shit they provided
is out. Swamp Glass is in, son.
Yeah, dude. Nobody would have wanted that fucking blue shit that fucking Heisenberg was fucking offering. You know.
I got that green shit, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that blue shit is the bomb?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely like, I mean, come on, dude. You can't deny there's some shit going on in space that we don't know about. Like, there's got to be a reason. Do what?
Is it like Swamp Glass?
Like Swamp Glass. No, but like fucking, I mean, think about it, dude. Like, why is it that these motherfuckers went to the moon 40 years ago and then decided that we didn't really have the capabilities for that anymore? You know what I mean? Like, that seems a little stupid. We've already confirmed there's minerals all over the fucking moon that we could use. So, like, yeah, and I was listening to David Icke the other day, right? Or Icky or whatever the fuck they call him.
David Icke, yeah.
Yeah, and I, like, dude, what's crazy is, no, if you listen to him, 95% of his shit is totally reasonable.
Honestly,
and then he's like, oh yeah, but there's lizard shapeshifters, and you're like, get the fuck out of here! Now I can't listen to anything else you said.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, it seems like I don't know what you're buying into and what you're not. But like, I did we haven't brought this up on the show, but before for a long time. But I kind of did that opposite thing where I just drew like completely in and been slowly like backing myself out of that conspiracy-esque mindset. But the first night that I ever did DMT, I
fucking yeah.
No, I
belly flopped into a 12-foot pool of that shit.
No, but the other thing is that was the first night that I had ever read any portion. I forget the damn name of the David Icke book, but it was David Icke that introduced me to world government, etc.
Yeah.
You know, things like the things that are true. You know.
Oh no, I went and looked up things that that David Icke had said that have now become true, and I was like, oh wow, he's right on a lot of shit. And then I listened to a scientist that actually analyzed the speeches of David Icke, and what he was saying is he was like, look, he's right on a lot of things, and the reptilian brain could have a lot to do with him being semi-correct. Like, he misunderstood the idea of shape-shifting and things like that, but it could just be that people in power, their reptilian brain is just more in control of their thoughts than the rest of us. Because that reptilian brain is what gives you the aggression, what gives you the, you know what I mean? So, I think he could be right, but it would just be on a much minor scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just gives you, like, more of those characteristics or whatever, like, but you also have the intelligence of world knowledge, too, that is not allowed to be, like, let out there. You know what I mean? If you're an elitist and you do have like that magnified reptilian type brain segment,
it would make sense.
You also have the understanding of a human as far as our capacity can reach of the ins and outs and secrets of the universe as much as any human is able to have.
Absolutely. So. I mean, another way I look at it, man, I mean, well, actually, like, Mitchell over here was just talking about Crowley was an interesting character from the occult. And Aleister Crowley, dude, he was a...
Yeah, like, more than Crowley, I've probably researched Rasputin a lot more than Crowley.
Yeah.
I kind of put them as, at least parallel aligned forces.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I think if we had voted the British man Bronson as president, I think a lot of the problems that we have now would be cleared the fuck up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. It's like there's some and Bronson's like a perfect
rebel to the system of just
it's a perfect person to put into that frame of mind of going like, there is an artistic merit there, a something of seeing beyond what your average people see in the purest of forms.
Yeah.
There's something about that there that would be very good. And then there's something also very violent, incoherent, and absurd that kind of negates some of what could be the positive drawback and aspect of that as well. So it's like, I don't know, like things in that nature could be good.
What's funny is the stuff that you hear about him, like in his personal interviews, not from the movie, right? But from his personal interviews, he was like, no, dude, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to fight these people anymore. I'm a grown fucking man. You know what I mean? I don't want to do this anymore. But I told them when I came in here, if you are going to lock me in a cage, I'm gonna become an animal, and I promise you, none of y'all have the power to take me down. And so these motherfuckers, dude, they used to have, like, I've watched the videos of, like, the legitimate videos. They'd have fucking 12 cops come in with riot shields, and he would fuck up 8 of them. You know what I mean? And you're like, God damn, dude. Like, that's just somebody you would never want to cross.
That's like Mike Vallely. I thought about him for the first time in a long time the other day. You ever seen that Mike Vallely fight?
No, I haven't.
If you don't know who Mike Vallely is, he's a skateboarder and just a fucking beast of a human being, quite honestly. And will just fuck up anybody, like has no problem. Like you can go look up on YouTube right now, just Mike Vallely fights after the show, of course. But yeah, he's one of those, like, I'll take on as many fucking people are there, fuck you, you know. Yeah. There's a probably his most famous thing was done in I think it was CKY2K, and
which was awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the best. But it's Mike Vallely and DMX is in the background. I forget the name of that song, but it was like it was in that Blood In whatever, that
Blood In Blood Out.
Yeah, what that on that album. What's it? God damn. How does that song go? It's a DMX song. It's
not going to be this one, but watch me.
You know the DMX song.
Yeah, but you got yeah. Nah, but if you could give me like any more than that, I could tell you what DMX song it was, because he was my favorite for fucking ever.
Cause I fuck bitch, I'm a nasty nigga.
Yeah. No. Hold on.
You give me one line.
What he says is, I got blood because I got blood on my dick because fuck the corpse. I got blood on my hands because there's no remorse. I'm a nasty nigga. When you pass me in the streets, nigga, look me in the eye. Tell me to my fucking face that you ready to die.
You be a dead nigga, nigga. Yeah. I told you. Give me a female.
Don't be happy. Yeah. Don't get stupid. You heard what I said, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love me some X, dude.
Yeah, so that whatever, but they're playing that, and Mike Vallely, they call like four guys called Mike Vallely a skater fag, and he fucking just goes at all of them. He beats all of them out, like 4 dudes, you know. And he's like, "Word, really? Yeah, let me show you a skater fag." And Mike Vallely holds no bones about him, dude.
This is my jam. You'll hear it in a second. Hold on. I'll hold it down. I'll hold it back. Used to love that shit.
Yeah.
Where the hood at? Dude, I used to just love DMX because he was gangster as shit, and he never stopped doing it. And it was one of those things that it was like, he was just like, nah, this is who I am.
To get out of paying parking, he got cocaine found on him and proceeded to tell the fucking people that he was a government agent.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like
you get arrested for cocaine and saying that you're a government agent, and you get caught doing that shit, like that really is some like low level fucking not thinking shit through shit, but it lets you know that the ear is close to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not saying he's a genius. I'm just saying that fucking.
Right.
I'm just saying that I'm glad that he did the shit he said he was doing. You know. Yeah.
Like you ain't got to go through all that stuff. It's okay. Like just fucking nope, not giving you an explanation.
Not doing it. Oh,
Right.
dude. All right. So to get completely off track here and to get to what I was talking to you about earlier.
Okay.
So I was at work today, right? And we do. I do hydro testing for and we do pipe fab and shit like that goes out to these chemical plants and things like that, right? And so we do the hydro testing to, runs high pressure water through there to make sure there's no cracks, anything like that in the pipes before we send them out, right? And there's a female that works directly over from me, and me and my foreman is a pretty big black dude, right? And we get along fucking perfect. Well, this chick, I walk over as he's not doing anything, but me being a fucking helper at the moment, I'm like trying to kind of look for something to do since he doesn't have anything. And I go over to her and I was like, "Hey, you need any help?" She's like, "Oh no, we're good. I'm fine." I was like, "All right, no problem." So I leave. About 5 minutes later, the seams that she's got on her pipes start spewing water all over everything because she was not all right? And so she asked me and my supervisor to come over there and help her out. So we go over there to help her out. She gets up and leaves, and we don't know.
I'm smart.
Yeah.
Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
So we have no idea why she just got up and left. And actually, we're a little ticked off about it at first because you're like, wait, you called us over here to help. Dude comes back with the fucking manager and says, they're over here trying to do my job. And it gets my supervisor in
Damn
trouble.
rich cunt.
Yeah, gets my supervisor in trouble. And I'm like, nah. Listen, I've been here for 1 day. I have no loyalty to that guy whatsoever.
Right.
And that's bullshit. She asked us to come help. And dude, here's what's fucked up, dude, is it seems that women in an all-male workforce.
Yeah, I know, man.
Dude, they can just do what they want. It's fucked up.
Me too, dog. Me too.
Can't stand that shit. Can't fucking stand that shit.
Who suffer mental illness are suffering from pain, and it's nothing to laugh at.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's some bullshit where it's like, man, like for me, like I'm in the position where like I've been working with people for forever. I've been with the same people.
You know how to read them a lot better.
Yeah, but it's also like, look, man, like let's work together to make this right, because I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna put my ass in a sling because you fucking didn't do whatever. If we have an issue, come to me and we can handle it, and then we can sort it out when the boss calls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when the boss calls and say, why is this like this? I don't have to point my finger at anybody and be like, whatever.
Then
it's
I
like,
can just vouch for it myself.
Here's what happened, and here's what we did to try to fix it. That's the way I want to handle things.
No, I mean, dude, I still like completely and utterly go through fucking the chain of command I was taught in the military of like, no, dude, you never step above your next line supervisor. You know what I mean?
Here's the next one up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. At least that's what I was told. But now it's kind of no, I'm just gonna bitch the first person I can.
Yeah, it's mob rule, and it's like whatever the fucking tone of the world is at the time. That's what people really want to latch on to, not the way of like. Well, guess what? The way the fucking what Twitter and mainstream media tells you and all that shit ain't really the way the fucking world works. And anybody
not even a little bit.
And if you think you want to implement this into the fucking workplace, you know what I mean? It's like nobody's grabbing your ass or fucking doing, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's like presenting themselves to you that way. This is just the way the world has always worked in an economic standpoint with what businesses do. And it ain't got nothing to do with sexism or anything else. It's like who's doing shit right and who's fucking shit up. That's what I want to know. As a fucking as a manager, as somebody that fucking has to correlate all this shit, I want to know who's the problem, who's causing this fuck up, or why don't you know this? Great, because I don't want to hear from higher up. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it's supposed to work. I want to say, and yes, I want to take the credit if I fucking curbed this off at the, you know, if I had this off at the pass, you know, I want to go. Yeah, I want the credit because I go, look, here was the issue. We got this figured out. This is what happened. Yada yada yada. We got it set and straight. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You know. And when the boss calls, I want to relate that, you know, and I want to just go, okay, we ran into this snag. Here's how we fixed it. Here's what happened. Here's how we fixed it. No bubbles, no troubles. Everything is fine. Great. And who comes away looking off good? Me, because I headed off at the pass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's the way I think of it, where I'm like, I can handle this. And if I can't handle it, then you got to call the bosses and get that shit figured out. But, you know, I'm not going to let anybody drag anybody under the bus because they didn't do their fucking job either. You know, I ain't a snitch, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Listen, dude, I'm not a snitch until what you're doing fucking interferes with.
Right.
Yeah, the moment that what you're doing interferes with my family, you can kiss my ass. That's
Word them up. Word them up.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play this Biggie song. What is it? Oh, damn, man, it's a long ass song you got. I might have to. Is it featuring Eminem? Was that the original?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It'll be good. And actually, I can promise you'll enjoy the Eminem verse. I promise.
All right. Well, whatever it is, this is Zach's call for the night. Dead Wrong.
Everybody that's out there is gonna love it. I promise.
All right. We'll be back in about 7 or 8.
Bad boy, baby.
Yeah. Do your mouth. Yeah.
B.I.G. one again.
Speak of the strong, who got it going on? You're dead wrong. The weak of the strong, who got it going on? You're dead wrong. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in a choke, gun smoke. Biggie Smalls for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfucker, say your prayers. Hail Mary, full of grace. Smack the bitch in the face, take her Gucci bag and a North Face off her back. Jab her if she act funny with the money. Oh, you got me mistaken, honey. I don't wanna rape ya, I just want the paper, the visa, capisha. I'm out like the vapors. Who's the one you call Mr. Macho? The head honcho, swift fist like Cumacho. I got so much style, I should be down with the stylistics. Make up to break up, niggas need to wake up. Smell the Indonesia, beat you to a seizure. Then fuck your moms, hit the skin to amnesia. She don't remember shit, just the 2 hits. Her hitting the floor and me hitting the clit. Sucking on the tits, had the hooker begging for the dick. And your mom's ain't ugly, love, my dick got rocked quick. I guess I was a combination of House of Pain and Bobby Brown. I was pumping around and jumping around. After then I asked her who's the man, she said B.I.G. Then I bust in her E-Y-E. Get dead wrong, you got it going on. Get dead wrong, your bitch get dead wrong.
got it going on. That's
You're dead wrong. The weak and the strong. Who got it going on?
Who got it going on?
You're dead wrong.
You're dead wrong.
Strong. Who got it going on?
Who got it going on?
You're dead wrong.
When I get dusted, I like to spread the blood like mustard. Trust it, my hardcore rain leaves you rusted. Move over, Lucifer. I'm more ruthless, leave you toothless. You kip it, I flip it. Tears don't affect me. I hit them with the tech. G disrespect me. My potency is deadly. I'm shooting babies, no ifs, ands, or maybes. Hit mummy in the tummy if the hooker plays a dummy. Split the wrist, a little sis. After she sucked the dick, I stabbed a brother with the ice pick because he wanted me to fuck him from the back. But smalls don't get down like that. Found your father hiding in a room. Fucked him with the broom. Slid him down the back and threw salt in the wound. Who you think you're dealing with? Anybody stepping to my path is fucking feeling it. Hardcore, I got it sucked like a pussy. Stab it to your gushy, so please don't push me. I'm using rubber so they won't trace the semen. The black demon got the little hooker screaming. Because you know I love it young, fresh and green, with no hand between. Know what I mean?
You got it going on. You're dead wrong.
bugged out.
So, I don't know. Do you want to jump off like on an economic discussion?
I'm down. I don't know what I don't know what the economics discussion is about, but I'm down to get into it.
Yeah, just overall, I think like just a philosophical economic discussion will suffice because we got into like okay, this is the workplace now. When we left off here before the break, and it's just people have an ill-minded concept of what constitutes the landscape of all that. So I don't know. I was watching some stuff and looking at videos and hearing arguments from people, and it's just it really does all come down. I'm just huge on economics just because it's like that's really what matters. That's like true freedom is true economic freedom, and anything that you can do to downplay government's role in your economic freedom inevitably gives you, at your own worth, the amount of freedom that you can have and what you want to move in and out of as far as investments, as far as taking care of you and yours, etc. Is that's really the groundwork of anybody that wants to be truly free is that of economic freedom. That's why people harp so hard on taxation as theft, etc., etc. So that lays us to where we are now. And the arguments that people make, and I'm not going to make a bunch of bullshit arguments by people that don't know the first thing about what real economic freedom is. But everything from mandatory minimum wage going like, well, inflation's at this, and you've heard us talk about it before, going like, yeah, well, guess what? Fucking, my grandfather used to bring me back stuff, when he traveled for work to all these third world countries, and it's like, he'd have to explain to me that this dollar bill says 10,000 on it, but that it's a Prussian franc or a goddamn, an Ethiopian dollar, where it's like, yeah, this might get you a loaf of bread, and it's got 10,000 on the dollar bill. It's like, yeah, because their shit is so, their economic freedom and the worth of their dollar is so low on the totem pole that yes, it costs you 10,000 umbukus to fucking get a loaf of bread or whatever, some basic whatever, some tomatoes at the market or whatever they got going on over there, So like even as a child, elementary school age, I understood a lot of that. My dad took me to Mexico for the first time when I was in 5th grade, and I was like, holy shit, my dad paid however much it was for us to just walk around and get a bunch of shit for free, but he would give us, they had a place in the hotel that you could exchange dollars for whatever it was that the arcade took in pesos or whatever, you know what I mean? So like, I'm used to my dad taking me to Malibu Grand Prix and playing video games and riding go-karts and shit, and that's like a whatever it was at the time, like a $50 to $60 day for him. And here, like $10 is gonna get you the same amount of shit, all night. So when I went to Mexico for the first time when I was 10 years old, I was like, holy shit, man, you can come down here and live like a king. I even understood that shit then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're getting like complaints that they can't hear us, and I got nothing muted. Everything's open. I don't know exactly.
YouTube's?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, on any devices. Because Crystal just sent it to me and said, "Hey, we can't hear you on any device." So, I mean, I guess we'll just keep talking and hope for the best. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
No, she said there, so we're good now. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's just her.
Yeah, I think it's probably Crystal's fault.
Fuck you and your huge. You know what? She's been hanging out with that huge ass zucchini she pulled out of her fucking garden.
Yeah, I saw that out of her garden.
I was like, dude, holy shit, that looks like a goddamn.
Yeah. What fucking man is supposed to compete with that, Crystal? What the fuck is that?
A palm tree plant. She's become delusional with the large zucchinis growing in her garden. You know. By the way, kudos. You're gonna do that. Easy, sir. Take it easy. But
I was imagining what it must what it must be for Crystal to have to choke on that. But yeah, no.
Yeah, because that brings her so much pleasure. Would be to just swallow that zucchini whole, because that's what brings you pleasure. By the way, the clitoris is in the back of the throat. For you gentlemen that have never.
My friend here, Trip, loves the cock. Yeah.
What the fuck? What are you talking?
No, because she said I love the zucchini, because she was trying to, you know what I mean? She was taking a cheap shot at me. I had to take a cheap shot at you. I didn't want to, I didn't want to fucking offend, the opposite gender, because it's evidently illegal and shit. I wanted to be careful. You're allowed to talk shit about white men. Acceptable.
That's it. That's it. Just white guys.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't heard the rules?
No. I was unaware, sir. Sorry.
You know what's funny is that she said thank you to Trip, and really all that Trip did was get offended that I made fun of him. He wasn't sticking up for you.
No, I was.
He just now he's trying to slide in the back with it. I get you.
No. I'm really not trying to slide in the back door at all.
Can the next song be Led Zeppelin? I want to be your back door man.
You get one flop for the night. I've got some good shit lined up, and we haven't really hardly done shit. But
I know, but none of it makes fun of you, and that's what I was going for.
Oh, come on, man! So now you're gonna fucking poke the bear? Is that where we're going with this shit?
Oh, come on! Hey, you see me? You ever see me fighting a bear? You better step in and help the bear.
Oh shit! While, by the way, and for our radio listeners, Zach flips the fucking hood up over his fucking bald ass head.
It's fucking cold, dog.
But he's like, he flips it over all gangster style. He's like, shit.
Nah, dude. This is
see me fighting a bear, you better call animal control to get that motherfucker.
Dude, this is how I get into it with you know what I mean? Like when I'm going to box a bear, you gotta wear the hood when you step into the ring. You know what I mean?
Coming up next break, Zach's gonna rap battle me.
Yeah. I feel like I gotta go watch like the last section of 8th Mile before I fucking step into that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I don't want to just be repeating fucking Wu-Tang Clan. Killer Bees.
And that's the bottom line.
Yeah. Drop a rock bottom on your ass.
Oh shit. But popping back to that economic shit, I was hearing like arguments made of like all just the difference of like very, very conservative, very Republican-esque. I mean, libertarian, like libertarian light, Republican heavy arguments about government's role in fucking up free enterprise. And I was like, in the system that we have, like philosophically, I disagree. But with the system that we have in hand right now and what we have been dealing with, it's so on point. Where it's like, you want to take the steps back towards Freedom Island, that's the route that you take. with the system in
I
hand.
totally and utterly believe that fucking Trump is just fucking Obama light. Like in rhetoric, I think he actually might be the bigger Obama, but I think he in rhetoric terms he's just Obama light. That's it. And but I think that's what we got now. You know,
Economically.
Yeah.
I'd have to disagree. I think he's very much trying to tote that party line, and he should not.
Yeah, well, I mean, name something that not something that he's talked about, but name something that he has done more than one thing that he has done that's gonna change the fundamental fucking breaks of the world.
Basically just starting by like rolling back every shit economic decision that Obama put in place.
But how?
And I'm not being pro-Trump here. I'm just
I'm playing devil's advocate, and so are you. I just mean in general to have this argument. I mean, what has he done that's any different than Obama?
Well, like I said, rolling back the Iran deal has been a big thing the past week.
Yeah, but he rolled back the Iran deal and then bombed Syria.
Yeah, but I don't think, like, don't get me wrong, like, we came out, I mean, like I said, just to reiterate for everybody out there, like, during the election cycle in 2016, god damn, that's hard to believe that 2 years ago, that's the discussion that we were having. That was 2 years ago, man. That seemed like yesterday, dude. But never mind that.
They mean for it too.
I said, never mind the bollocks. Trump is here to roll out the military-industrial complex, the police state shit.
Yeah. I mean, this dude is gonna get so sniped, it's not even funny.
I still believe that to be true. That he's there to really roll out like or
be killed.
Our military strength, grab your dick and balls and fucking shake him at the world type of mentality. But economically, a lot of this stuff that has been done makes a lot more sense than anything Obama put in place economically.
But like what?
For instance, that the whole coal stuff, and I even said publicly the whole saying OPEC's fucked. He said, he came out with a tweet that said basically that OPEC is fucked. All this shit. Like, I know everybody knows this shit. Don't act like, even if you don't know what OPEC is or what the fucking oil shit is going on, but everybody's seen that stuff come up. And so it's like, I even said, I was like, dude, regardless of what you think, economic growth doesn't equal anything if you're putting that savings of economic growth into your fucking gas tank. Like, that's just transferring one thing to another. Yeah. That's not making the whole situation better. You know what I mean? But the polls are out. I mean, unemployment is at its lowest since just before 9/11. People are getting back to work. And like I said, I'm not making this rah Trump statement or anything, but it's like whatever these ins and outs, whatever some of these things that are going on.
But are they growing? Are they growing now, or is it because the people who were no longer working, who were no longer seeking jobs, are now starting to get jobs?
Yes, that too.
So, I mean, like, when it comes down to it, dude, I just don't believe, I don't believe anything they say. Like I said, I think they're liars. I've never seen the only guy that I've ever seen that actually did the shit that he was going to say was Ron Paul. And that's it. I've never seen anybody that would do that.
Dr. No rules. We will still stand behind Dr. No for till the day's end, but yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not making a judgment call one way or another. I just think that overall the shit's working.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Or working better, or it's definitely working better than what it had been before. It lays the blueprint for more economic freedom. And if you guys are unfamiliar, first time listeners tonight, etc., whatever, that we've always taken the position of the show to go, here's how we stand philosophically. We want it to move to this general direction, but while we're stuck in this shit state of statism as a whole, as a country, anything that we can do to turn the boat back towards Freedom Island is like it. Yeah, it's still statism. It's still this, that, or the other, but it's like it's positive growth.
Yeah,
I guess is what
I mean. Really, my thing is that I think when it comes down to it, I think these guys are all the fucking same. I really do. I think they push for the policies of the guys, their constituents, and the next guys come in, they push for their constituents, and absolutely nobody is concerned with what's actually happening to the people in the world.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
No, don't do that to me.
No, I'm. All right. No, I believe that to be true that they're doing that, but it's I don't know. I think just especially the oddities of this presidency and the cabinet, etc., all those people that surround Trump are like, I mean, it's not career politician people. It might be people that are
the electoral college is definitely political people.
Yeah, I'm not saying entirely. It's not like an entirety thing, but it's bless you, sir. But
thank you, sir.
But I think, like I said, the overall genetic makeup of what's going on, I think, is better for people, individuals. I think it's overall.
I think it's good because I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna fucking advertise the absurdity of the fucking government.
That too. Yeah. Of course, like leftists are already on that. Like. The right has doubled down on the Trump factor. You know what I'm saying? Like the right's already doubled down on the Trump factor. They don't see the entire implication of the statism role in all of this. But to a lot of left-leaning people, a lot of sensible left-leaning people, you see the absurd, like what we talked about last episode about what Rogan said, where it's like, it doesn't seem silly that we have like one person making judgment calls for all of these people. Where it's
like how the fuck did New Hampshire know what people in Texas need?
It's just silly, It's like the idea of a presidency at this point in time, in this country at least, seems silly. It's definitely something that we don't need. But what I think, to turn us back towards that economic argument that I was thinking of, is like less government interference. That whole like Ben Shapiro-esque type role of things, and it's something that you and I have said for a long time. Let these businesses fail. I've been saying that since the bank bailout and whatever that was, 2008. Where it's like, too big to fail. Fuck you. Like, fail. Like, where do you get the balls as government to go like, no, we're going to let these people fail? Guess what? Guess what you also have? You want to know a true economic standpoint? You say fail, and